Hey everybody, my name is Sam.
And I'm Angela.
And welcome back to Green Acre Homestead, where we are elbow deep, halfway into a cabinet of a mobile home renovation on a budget. Angela is just finishing disconnecting our little redneck rigging operation of our dishwasher being connected to run while we don't have a sink and it's not plumbed up. We are going to tackle attaching these countertops today. We got these at the store yesterday, slapped them in here, giggled all night, and today it's time to make them official. Time to tie the knot with the countertops. Time to get serious. It's also the day where we have to cut these countertops.
Boo.
Yeah, to be honest, we're pretty nervous about that, but I've watched a lot of YouTube. I've actually cut countertops in the past, and should go okay. So, cross your fingers for us. Let's see if we can't make this happen. The first thing to do is to pull this countertop back off the wall and get some measurements. I need to cut some blocking or support boards right here at this joint, and we'll talk about that more later, underneath where the dishwasher is, and in the corner where the miter is. Basically supporting the countertop everywhere that a cabinet or something else is not, right below it supporting it. 28, 16, 24, 34, 2 foot. I don't know if this is what you normally do with cabinets because it's the first time, but I noticed when we put the countertop against the wall, the bottom of the countertop wasn't sitting on this small little lip of the cabinets. So this surely cannot hurt. It doesn't obstruct with the drawers. The only question we have, which is further down the line, is if it'll obstruct with the faucet, but we will address that. I would rather this thing be plenty beefined up and not have any sagging problems. Well, if there's any question about these cabinets coming off the wall, they are not going anywhere now. That's for sure. It's alright. I got more in my pocket. Thank you for jumping in there, though. There's no room to get that one. Not with me here. What do we think? Yeah, that's in the wall stud. Alright, before we go boxing ourselves out of this corner by building a frame to support this kind of floating space of the corner of the counter, we're going to go ahead and install the wall cabinet in the corner right here. This is good that Angela reminded me a few minutes ago, because otherwise I would have forgotten until it would have been really, really difficult to do. So I'll go ahead and stick on the tripod over here, and we will hang a cabinet again for the second time.
And really tight.
Yeah. Well, this drywall is a little bit thicker than the other one. Was. It's alright. I feel like Sloth off the Goonies. Here we go. Here. That was worth the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's done. It's good. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling in Cabinetville. And we're going ahead and putting these wall cabinets back on the wall. What we're getting ready to do now is mark a line on the wall right where the bottom of the cabinets will be. And so it's the correct height all the way across the kitchen.
Yeah.
I know we're high on it.
Yeah.
Alright, walk me down to the corner. especially where we were the dishwasher, not 24 inches. That's good. That's a perfect fit. Wow, who did that? We did that. Oh, we got one laying an egg out there?
That's pretty for Mama.
Things are really starting to take shape in here. We're making really good progress and good time. This is great. I totally just jinxed myself. Here's a look at the framing we're doing in the corner. We basically built a box, added a 2x4 right here vertically to give us a nailer for probably a sheet of paneling just to go along in line with the cabinets and close this area off. It's going to be a dead corner, but it is what it is. Angela's outside cutting the last board for this here. We're going to add a vertical support in the middle and should be good to go ahead and start putting the other miter here, measuring and cutting that. That dishwasher sounds terrible.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a little tab on the dishwasher. That looks great. All right, let's see how it fits. Awesome. The miter bolt kit we got, we'll pull that together. Perfect. So to put the miters together for these countertops, there's a little hardware kit you're going to want to buy. It comes with some wood glue, and more importantly, some of these bolts. And they're pretty much just little bolts with metal flanges to help grab and clamp the miter together. Alright, I'm going to use the included glue with the kit and put a nice big bead on this joint here. Oh, not that big. Good grief. This is really watery. It's my first time working with glue. Ready with the miters, bolts, things.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's one over here.
Okay.
Well, come on in. Come on!
All you're gonna be able to see is me.
It's alright, all they see is me usually. Oh my gosh, hurry. Oh
What?
my gosh, the pressure!
Hush. You can do some too then.
I'm holding the countertop. That's why you do a board in the middle to make the difference. This one had a little dent, I guess, from the store, but we'll be able to speckle it in and it'll match.
Yeah.
Over here where we're going to have this butt joint of the countertops, I cut a piece of 1/2-inch plywood and I'm going to glue it underneath the countertop to let it be the transition piece between the two countertops, hold them in place and make everything nice. I'm going to go ahead and glue half of this on and clamp it, and then a little bit later I'll come back and glue the other half and it'll be good. While we're waiting for that plywood piece to dry, Angela's gone outside and she started to clean up the sink that we got. We got a used sink off of, I believe, Facebook Marketplace for a heck of a deal. So let's go see how her progress is going.
So the sink had a lot of old silicone around the edge, so I was able to use our 1001 tool and scrape it all around the edge to clean it up to install it. Next came time to take out the old faucet, which is what has me kind of stumped. I can't find any way to get it off. So now it's Sam's turn. What next?
Have I mentioned yet how much I love this tool? Alright, so we put the sink upside down on top of the counter and put tape down and then traced around it and then measured in 3/4 to 1 inch around, and that gives us our hole to cut with a jigsaw. This is the big cross your fingers moment. Hopefully it works and we cut it right the first time. So here's how I'm going to do a plunge cut with the jigsaw. I'm going to turn it on and then slowly tilt it, let the blade cut in, and then I'll move it this way until it finally pops through. Then I can take it and go either which way. I kind of like this method better than starting with a pilot hole with a drill, because I feel like this gives me more control. Do whatever works for you though. I'm purposely not cutting all the way to the corners because I want the countertop to still support itself until I've got most of all the cuts done. And then I'll be able to finish cut the corners and get a more controlled cut at the end. I'm also being careful to make this as clean of an inside cut as possible, like the waste piece, in case in the future maybe we'll build some kind of a rolling cart or something and I have a perfect countertop that matches to put on top of that. Look at that! I cut a hole in a brand new countertop. I hope it's right.
Hey look, you don't have to cut anymore.
Awesome. I don't. Hey, that's good news. Awesome. This looks good. Fits really well and I don't have to do any extra trimming or anything, so yeah. Time to pull it back out, take the tape off, sit it back in place, and start doing some plumbing. Alright, so here's what we're going to do that's going to be different. We are not going to silicone the sink down right now because the countertop is not attached right now. We got to do a few more things, but what we're going to do is get the sink hooked up so Angela can start using it first. It's easy enough to disconnect the sink drains and get the stuff finished in a little bit, but for now, for tonight, we're going to hook it up so she can at least have water and a working sink in her kitchen again. Alright, so here we have our old drain pipes and everything. These are still in good shape, so we're reusing them. I'm going to put some ABS glue on here and glue it back into its original spot. There we go. You want to see what intelligence and thinking ahead is? This, Angela.
Oh.
That is intelligence and thinking ahead. It's a lot easier to install a faucet when the sink's outside of the cabinet on the floor where you can get to it.
It is.
It's one of the reasons I married her. Alright, the supply line's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the easy part. Let's go to the basement.
Do you want me to do that part?
Nah, I'm good. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I love it.
So this was the goal for today. The goal was to get the sink at least working. The countertop is not attached. I still have to glue the last section of the countertop together, cut the other one, attach the sink. There's still a lot of work to be done.
But I can use my sink.
Yes, she can use her sink.
So if the sink looks a little used, it's because it is.
It's almost as old as we are.
It is. We wanted a white sink, and the ones that you can find at the big box stores are about $300. That is way over budget for us.
Yeah.
So we went to Facebook Marketplace and found this one for $30. That's more our price.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't look perfect, but it's what you wanted, and it is so much deeper than the original sink that came in this mobile home. Like,
Yeah.
I could almost get in there and take a bath.
Maybe the boys. So, yes, it is used. Yes, it does have scratches and stuff, but it's what we wanted. It fit our price range, and we're not trying to win awards for our kitchen or anything.
Perfect. It's perfect.
So,
Yep.
I love it.
Another reason we haven't just pinned the countertop down is because that will make it really easy come painting time to slide it back from the wall, be really messy, and slide it back to the wall. Then we'll attach it. Alrighty, well that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave us comments down below. Tell her how awesome the sink looks. Tell me what I forgot to do. And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.